Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are back in Automation, the car company tycoon game, playing the Light Campaign V2 in Achana with Vista Automotive. And looking at this, I think, first of all, that I haven't played the game in like 3 weeks, and where was I? Well, just looking at the numbers here behind the names, it looks like the Gent is up for design next. But it's the year 2000 and we are swimming in money and swimming in score, and let's take a look what the economy does. Alright, yes. So bear with me here. I can see that there's at least one big wave in here, and you can see it here. The first peak is around here, and the second one is here, and we have peaked already. That means the general slow trend will be downwards. Also, what you can see is that Achana now properly has overtaken Fruinia. And Fruinia is currently in a downtrend for this big wave, it seems, and is disconnected from Achana and Gazmia as a whole. So that's interesting. We can then think of that Fruinia will be doing reasonably well in the coming years, as in the 2010 to 2020, while Gazmia and Achana will be falling into a little bit of a hole there. Maybe. We will see. I hope the general trend, of course, still remains upwards, although that is questionable. This looks like a little bit of stagnation right there. So, yeah, what are we going to do today? Looking around and figuring out how this game worked, I guess. One thing that is really striking to me right now is the UI, for once. Because we have been fiddling around in the UE4 version of the game for the most part, and that is very much a different look. It's much more friendly, so much warmer. But yes, we do want to get the body R&D up to 5 or maybe 6 even, because we do have the cash. I mean, we can easily afford it. Also, maybe start another one here, which could help us out. And what would be the next one? I think fixtures in general might be an interesting thing. It has a small effect, but still noticeable. Especially good for more prestigious stuff, because that's the general build quality that is amplified by higher quality in fixtures. Also slightly higher drivability because your lights are working better and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. And another thing we could do would be to up, I guess, aerodynamics, now that we are so much into building the higher end cars as well. That could be interesting to go into building even higher speed cars, because the fuel system and stuff is already pretty much maxed. Alright, so yeah, oh shit, I have to remember what we actually used in these builds as well. Single overhead cam, that's one thing I remember. Single overhead cam 4. Isn't that correct? I think it is. Alright, so from this list, it seems like we need to design a follow-up version to the Djent 92 straight away. A premium, a luxury, and a GT premium version. That will be fun. Alright, sounds good. And here we go. So, let's design a new car. What kind of new bodies do we have? Let's make the GT premium this body. Maybe not? Okay, maybe not. Let's make it this body. Maybe not? Maybe not! Okay, let's make it this bar. No, wait, that's the Taurus. We can go... This is large. This is large, and this is from year 1995. Okay, that wasn't available to us before. We built the other one on this model, I think. Yeah, the effective area here is really small. Yes, I remember that. And this one, no, we didn't use this one. Good. So we make a super large limousine for all the luxuries and then put a V12 into it. I think we used a 4.5 liter or something like this. I think I saw that in the list when we opened that up. Let's make it slightly larger here and slightly larger cap. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's definitely the way to go. So how do we make this one actually handle like a GT car? Well, by adding quality. Adding quality is always what we do. Monocoque, and have we started going for high strength steel yet? Probably not. No, there's no familiarity here, so that's easy to see. Okay, makes things easy now that we have familiarity actually showing in the tooltips. That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe? No, we are fucking cheap. We are so cheap. No, we're not doing that. Front longitudinal means that we can go double wishbone easily. Double wishbone easily there too. And partial alloy, because we have familiarity in that. That's all good. And up the quality. We want all the quality. And grills. Yes, we do need grills. Ah, isn't it beautiful? My designs are so good. So good. Now I just need to remember what color we used for these. And I think we might want to aim for the most prestigious thing. That would be all-wheel drive longitudinal. Maybe we don't need it though, and want to go for plain higher speed, and that would be rear-wheel drive only. So okay, let's build a fat. Oh, we can even unlock magnesium if we wanted to, but here I don't see a reason for why we should be doing that. And the head material, full alloy, is a given as well. So now let's keep it in just alloy, because we have so much familiarity in the engineering. We don't want to overdo it here. And wow, good news. Look at that. A 6 liter V12 actually fits in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. How do we want to modify that so that it's even cooler? Maybe make it rev a little higher, because... Oh, wait a second. Now I know what we're doing. We are going for a higher capacity version for the luxury and the... yeah, we are making 3 different variants of this one. So the luxury version will have 6 liters and rev lower, maybe even more. Maybe even something crazy like 6.3 liters. Yeah, that's kind of cool, yes. And then, yeah, that will be the biggest engine. And then we reduce it for a slightly smaller car, the premium. And then we have a stroke reduced version to 5.5 liter, which just revs to infinity, for the GT version. That would make sense. For the internals, I believe that we should stick to standard for now. And then if required, we can go for forged. Maybe we want to go to forged for all the engines. Because, I mean, if we have it in some, then why design twice as much? Although there's not much engineering to be done on these, just check out the familiarity ratings. 55%, that is rather impressive. Also, if we have to build the forge works, it's like, pff, yeah, so what? Yeah, exactly, so what? I think it's a medium factory, so this will be like peanuts, a few 100 million here and there. Oh yes, I think I know what I'm aiming at. So this is the base engine for like the largest version for the luxury cruiser, and I'm going to give it such a massive middle, like a proper muscle car middle. 45 is perfect for that. That's mid-range grunt right there. Going with the standard multi-point fuel injection, and for this one, do we actually want to have Oh, guys, that is something that you might want to consider in your builds as well. So, we are kind of building this one for comfort. And throttle per cylinder massively induces higher throttle response into the whole thing. And we don't necessarily want that, because that hurts the comfort rating. We want to have a tamer engine for the grandpas to use who don't know how to, or who don't want to get a heart infarct through the engine kicking their ass, but rather for the sucking that happens between the legs by some other people in the car. And so we put the standard fuel in here? Yeah, I guess we do. Maybe 40, yeah. That's another thing. Like, more AFR actually might hurt us here, because that makes the engine more responsive. I want to tone it down. So let's go with 14.2. 14.2 is always good. And here, 65. This one still can rev probably something like 6.5. I wouldn't mind. All the quality, because we do want to have the reliability after all. Short cast. We still haven't produced anything but short cast headers. Oh, yeah. How much power is this one going to make? Something like 400 something, maybe? Three-way and reverse. Yes. Okay, let's put this to the test. Slight knock, I guess. Oh, yep. 2 steps, maybe? 3 steps even. Cool. And 412 horsepower. Yeah, maybe we want to strangle it slightly. Nah. Oh, okay. The loudness goes down, and don't forget about Grandpa. He might get the heart attack otherwise, if there's too much acceleration coming from this beast. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. We can probably rev it a little bit higher. Dropping in reliability significantly up there though, and it doesn't help that much. The performance index still goes up, of course, as it's plateauing over there. But this is looking pretty solid. 73.3 is very high. And do we need anything else here? Do we want to have even more reliability? What does the engineering time do? Ah, yeah. That's a lot of engineering time there. That's really killing it, actually. Nah, I'm happy with this one. Just fine-tuning a little bit for the timings. And as you can see, we are already doing as best we can. 560, 559. So this one, with a little bit of run left to spend, is actually the best one. Best acceleration there. And yeah, just worked out like that. Random number generator there for the torque curve. Alright, let's call this the... Let's call this the VA Gent 00000, and if you get what that means, then you are pretty good. All right, no, we call it the Gent, and this engine is the luxury trim. Or variant rather. So, oh no, it doesn't fit. I doubt it doesn't fit. Okay, so now this is all locked down, but this one is open, so now we are making the premium version. And for the premium version, we have something else in mind. Let's make it a little bit smaller. A 5.5 liter instead, and we are going with just cast components, because we know they don't take any time to engineer. And now let's, we can really go down here for the exhaust diameter. And also I want to go down in cam profile even more, 35 instead, and get rid of the knock, because knocking is not a good thing. How much knock is there? Oh, quite a lot. 311 horsepower, that's still enough for an engine like this. And now reduce the rev limiter. And there we come, up to 73.9, 74. Yeah, that's pretty good. That should work out. And here we have also the single and the standard intake. We do use the VVL, and yeah, this is looking good. This should be quite a bit cheaper. We can later on compare all these, of course, but that should do for now. Alright, we call it the Premium, and now let's clone the Premium and see what we can do for the GT version of this engine. So we want to maximize the bore, and we put down the stroke to 5.5 liters, so even lower, but there is a lot more in it. We put a throttle per cylinder configuration on there and a performance intake. We're already at 400 horsepower there, and the exhaust is limiting us like crazy. Let's see, a little bit of valve float, I don't care, and there we are running into issues, it seems. Now let's open up the exhaust and see what comes out of it. Oh yeah, 450 horsepower. Yeah, let's, oh, these are beautiful numbers. So 450 horsepower at 7,400 RPM and 500 Newton meters of torque at 5,700. This is a pretty racy engine after all. And let's open it up a little bit more. Oh, doesn't quite like to be opened up. Can we go with a smaller exhaust then? Ah, yeah, then we can go with a smaller exhaust and get back the values, but we are louder, and louder is better. Oh, is it? Wait a second. No, it isn't. Because this is GT Premium. They are kind of backwards when it comes to that. So let's keep it this way. They do like the somewhat silent car. This is not the hypercar segment. Carab, you noob. Maybe we should go with a bypass valve though, because then it gets all the fun of this configuration, while so for sportiness it counts the 60 value, loudness equals 60, while for normal driving and cruising it counts 34. Now that seems like an idea. Let's do it for the other variants as well, but first this one is the GT, or rather the GT Premium. Okay, cool. So let's change for the luxury version. Oh, look at the curves. They are very different. There's a massive torque gap here. Pretty cool. Anyway, so we wanted to change the exhaust to bypass valves. Yes, that does help. Neat. Okay, that is better. And for the Premium, as we are already engineering this shit anyway, let's put it on here as well. Cool, okay, now we've already the full lineup of engines ready for it. And now let's see how the cars are faring. Of course, we want to put the luxury version of this engine in here. Automatic? Double clutch? No, oh wow, look at the penalty. Yeah, we do have plenty of tech bore here though, that's nice. But no, the luxury version does need its torque converter and 7 gear ratios, oh yes. And the Maniac went for all-wheel drive, so that's the thing. Let's see if we actually need it. I guess we do. So it gives us higher drivability, of course, and that is not to be underestimated for this. Also, it gives us a slight bonus to prestige, which is super important, of course. Medium compound for this version of the car, because drivability is very high for these. And slightly wider tires, maybe, or maybe we want to run on 155s for this car. 21-inch Rams. What do we have? We have a profile of 35. Nah, 40 is more comfortable. Shouldn't go overboard here. Let's see. So this is 40. This is 45. Yeah, actually, I don't want to... it's prestigious, yes. I think we're going with 21-inch rims for the sports version. But this one doesn't need it. And we're still... Oh, shit. We still have to amp the size up. Oh, yeah. Okay, something like this, maybe. Full alloy and some more reasonable looking rims. Oh yeah, this is very retro fancy. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So let's continue on. We put on single shoe drum brakes at all the comfort and 0 size, because that's exactly what you need to do. Or maybe... Oh no, I decided otherwise. Let's go with 350? Because this car is going to be fast. So 340, let's say 340. And then 2 piston in the rear? Maybe 250? I don't know. We'll see. I see no quality there. We go with semi-clad because that's what we have invested into, and we don't need that much cooling. Just a little bit reliability bonus. How much do we want? We do want to have the speed for the prestige after all. So maybe just go with slightly higher, 400 here. There's diminishing returns after all. I don't really want to bite the sour apple of the hydropneumatic suspension here, or hydropneumatic, like the proper Germans would say, yes? So go and fuck yourself now. Progressive. Progressive because 50% and low cost. It's very good. Should try it sometimes. Gas monotube and no sway bar magic. And this is the family premium? What is this? Black magic. We don't want this necessarily. We do want to have... yeah. Maybe even slightly... No. Slightly smaller. And slightly larger in the rear. Oh. Yeah, it's somehow getting there. Let's take a look at what the other demographics are saying. So in the premium demographic, it is doing reasonably well. And family premium, we're covering quite well otherwise too. This is difficult. We are in general doing pretty well here though. That's the GT, but we want to... Oh wait a second. We're not building the premium version, we're building the luxury version. So fuck that, and let's put some proper stuff in here. Like this. Yay, 100. That's good. Luxury is -3, and... Oh, it's just 79%. What country is this set in? Yeah, we gotta figure this one out. Oh, this is in Ahana. Well, that was to be expected then. Oh, here we are doing much better. Okay, that puts things into perspective. Also, this is the luxury premium here. Yes. Okay, I think we are hitting the mark. Now, we want this one to be in the luxury and luxury premium segment, which it clearly is. And the only thing that's keeping it back here, I think, is the suspension. Yeah, slightly, but then again, I mean, that is 5 months worth of engineering time right there. That's expensive. And a little bit more... Oh yes, here, damper stiffness. Damper stiffness, there's the sweet spot. And let's take a look here. Now this is already decreasing our comfort levels. We don't want to encroach too much into these. What? Oh, this is basically a boat. 5.4. Not quite what we want. So let's up the rear sway bar a little bit more. Maybe a little bit in the front as well. We want to get below 5. Yes, exactly. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, the braking does need a little bit more help. Cool, yeah. The only thing that suffered a little bit is, of course, the comfort, because 6 piston is awesome. for comfort, but yeah, ouch. Ouchies. And costs and everything. Okay, overall, I think this is a pretty good build. So now we have the luxury version. And we need to make sure that we can sell a premium-ish version as well. That one will only have the CD technology, which is well known to mankind at this time around. Beforehand, they had to put floppy disks into the entertainment system, and they could play half an MP3. Okay, so what are we going to do with the premium? First of all, we just have cloned the luxury, and now we put the premium engine into it. And let's see. Okay, drivability went up, comfort level went up, sportiness went down significantly, and reliability up, weight down. Oh yeah, overall, not too bad, but so much more economical too. We really cared about that. And drivability can stay where it is. Kind of like that. And now for this. What do we do? Luxury, interior, and standard CD. And I'm just tuning the power distribution slightly to optimize for drivability. Because if you put it to the weight distribution equivalent, then that is the best for just a drivable vehicle. And we basically use the all-wheel drive not for acceleration. Not in this version, let's say, but rather just for extra drivability, and that helped quite a bit. I have to optimize it for the luxury version too. I would assume that it's not quite as harsh an effect there because the weight is more spread out evenly because the much heavier interior. Let's see if that is a 53 maybe? 54? 55 is still better. Yeah, no, it's also 55. Cool. Alright, that's all sorted out. And now for the fun thing. Let's build the GT Premium version. Oh, wait a second. We didn't check if this one was actually good in the markets we intended it for. Now, let's have a look. Well, yeah, kinda. Not quite. So let's switch things around. So my problem with this mainly is that every single bastard in this category can afford it, minus those 8.6%. And that tells me that we could go for something a little bit more fancy, but then we don't make it different enough to the others. And that would be a shame, wouldn't it? Because look at the price difference. Oh yes. And the price difference is massive. So I mean, we are kind of known for our budget luxury cars. That would give us more opportunity to mark them up. And also it gives better reliability, which is better for the reputation and so on. So yeah, I think, although, yeah, going for... the premium is shit right now because of the -5. I don't know what to do with this. I think we need this for the separation between the models. Alright, yeah, let's just go and clone the Premium and make it the GT Premium. So here we are, and now we can start out with swapping into another engine. No, it's not an LS1 slop. It's the slop. No, swap. But rather, we swap in the GT Djent 00000 engine. And what happens? Wow. Okay, sportiness is somewhat higher. Prestige is quite a bit higher. And safety is higher. Alright, that's interesting. Drivability is down the toilet. Weight, not too bad. But economy, oh, ouch. So what do we do here? Should this one get a sequential double clutch? But I would think the responsible thing to do is to go with a sequential single clutch gearbox. Double clutch isn't really within reach yet. That is high tech. Yeah, and automatic is not really GT Premium-esque. Somewhat. But you would you would assume there's some Tiptronic in there, something like that. So let's go for sequential single clutch. And for the gearing, well, we do have reserves here, which we will make use of for a little bit of increase in sportiness. There we go, 300 kilometers an hour, 307. Now we can lower this one, make the gears closer. That amps up sportiness even more. Right, yeah, 4.5 seconds. Nice. These probably... No brake fade. Well, that's good. But these tires and this setup no longer works. We want to have sport tires. And we want to have... Oh, drivability even went up. I think for this car it might be a good idea to actually go with something like electronic stability. Because you can see, wow. Yeah, that does make a large difference in this case. It saves us so much drivability. But how much effect does this actually have? So here we go with handmade interior again. Making it heavier, yes, I know, and less reliable, but kind of have to do this. And keep it at the... Do we want to have... Yeah, it's a GT Premium, we kind of need that. Maximize prestige here. And I'm happy to see that these two categories now are not faring quite as well. And they should die off even more with this. 70 months worth of engineering. No, thank you. We are at a 123. Yeah, that certainly sounds like a GT Premium car. Very heavy. Very heavy. Over 2 tons in weight. That's impressive. And still that fast. Very good. Yeah, I'm definitely very happy with this. So now let's get into engineering. The only thing that is reliable here is the premium. And we can amp up the funding a little bit. Do want to keep it at 4 years, I guess. 4 years sounds like a good time. And here we are, yeah. That makes it possible to amp up the engineering time there. And overall, yeah, well, we don't really care about these costs, do we? Oh, I could even... could invest a little bit more into reliability, but they don't care that much. Oh, I don't want to put more time on this. 4 years, it's already year 2000, so this one would be released in year 2004. And that means that the old Gent is already 12 years old by then. That is a big gap for a very high prestige vehicle. So yeah, we don't want to overdo it with the engineering time on this. And maybe do something like this. GT Premium, probably the lowest category overall, even though the Floridians will love this thing. Let's start with 2 shifts to calculate, or maybe... so that the calculations are about right. 2.5 shifts. That's better. Match to the car. 2.5. Oh, that's so nicely matched. 2.5, 2.5. Very good. And here we have it. So now let's apply a little bit of premium on this. GT Premium. GT Premium. I do want to have the GT category in here too. 100%. And for the premium, now it's basically a luxury. Alright, maybe not quite that high. 60%, 50%. Yeah, it still reaches into the premium category pretty well. Luxury, and then let's take a look at the luxury. That can probably... Oh, wow. that is really good. 50. Yes. At 100% markup. That's looking good. And it's not dwelling too far off into these categories either. Let's take a look at what the GT Premium did to my super categories, super and hyper. Oh, it's a really good supercar. Although, of course, nothing compared to the mighty Dash. GT Premium. GT, yeah, it's mainly where it's supposed to be. Muscle Premium. They like their V12s in the alternative history of the world. I think the markups are decent enough. And we can always mark the cars up more if we need to, a little bit later. Okay. I think that is all good. So this is only costing us 1.2 billion. And it would take 16 months to pay off. That sounds like a good deal to me. So let's sign off. And I think this wraps us up for today. I hope you enjoyed and see you guys next time.